Good morning. It's we just spent a beautiful Shabbos, Shabbos Cholamoid, and tomorrow night already we shall Pesach. And I have memories over a decade ago in Yerushalayim Kodesh in Jerusalem, walking after the very long Tish and Toldos Aaron. That's the one night when Toldos Aaron goes later than Toldos Mitzchak, I think. I went to Toldos Mitzchak, then Toldos Aaron was still going. The Tish ended very late, 3, 4 in the morning, and walking with the Rebbe's son, Moshe Cohn, who's the son of the Toldos Aaron Rebbe, a good friend of ours. And he said, Yitzchok, Shvishal Pesach is the Yontif in a minute. The seventh day of Passover, the holiday of faith. That's what it's all about, Look in the Shayichad Vamun and Netanya, talking about the splitting the Red Sea. Yamin of Hashem and Moshe Avda, it said they believed in the Lord and in Moses his servant. Shvishal Pesach, all about faith. And there's a lot of big inyanim behind this. And this is not the time to talk about it. When we go to Achron Shal Pesach, a time of Achdus, the Haftarah talks about Mashiach coming already. And with all this, I'm reminded every year of a story. I told it over once at the dedication of the Holocaust cemetery in Virginia, which happened to be Chol Moed Pesach. But there was a Yid who I knew. His name was Rabbi Yosef Engel. He wasn't the famous Rabbi Yosef Engel from Muncie. He was a very choshev Yid from Queens. He was a balabos as his umnus, but he was a tremendous Talmud Chochem, and he was a Gerer Chosid, but he also went to other rabbis too. And I was very friendly with him in Queens when I was learning yeshiva there. He was makar of me very much, and he was nifter all of a sudden, passed away. And at his funeral, someone told the following story, an incredible story. Now, he was a Holocaust survivor, Mr. Engel, and he was a young man during the war, a teenager, and came to Passover. Passover, we don't eat chametz. So even though it was life or death, he could eat whatever he wanted. He decided, whatever the Nazis are giving us is going to be chametz. So he's just going to fast for the whole week, so he shouldn't eat chametz. Imagine. He came to the 8th night, the final night of Passover, the Achron Shal Pesach. And he'd been fasting for a week, and he fainted. And they had there some piece of bread or something that the Nazis threw to them. And they're trying to wake him up, so they put this bread in front of his nose to wake him up. And it woke him up, and he realized, it's the last day of Pesach. He was more a heter on himself. He gave himself a dispensation. It's last day of Passover is only rabbinical law. So he decided he's to save his life, he's gonna eat this bread. But then again, it's Yontif to make Kiddush, right? So when you make Kiddush, you can make it on bread at night, the night of Shabbos, Friday night, or the night of Yontif. The day, if you don't have wine or grape juice, you can take a different drink. At night, you take the challah, or the matzah, whatever it is, or bread, whatever it is. So he made a mitzi. Now he was maybe 14, 15 years old. How many times already had he said Kiddush for Yontif? He knew the Kiddush for Yontif. He said the Kiddush for Yontif on that piece of bread. And then he thought to himself, usually on the last night of Pesach, you don't make shechianu. But he hadn't made it the first night. So should he make it now or not? And can you imagine After just fainting, he realized he had to make a shechianu. Also, he made a shechianu. An incredible story. You know, these are the type of stories about the Holocaust. If we have to tell stories about the Holocaust, these are the type of stories we should be telling. Stories of faith against all odds, faithfulness to the Torah, within that hell, to find God. These are the stories we have to tell. And Be'ez Hashem, we should come to a point where we don't have to tell these stories anymore, and Mashiach should come already. There should be no more suffering. Good Yantiv, everyone.